this episode, we're heading down to the North Shore of Massachusetts to experience their colorful food culture. Leading the charge on this one is Logan Abbey, proprietor of George's North Shore, which actually is a roast beef truck. The roast beef specifically, the kind you're gonna find in Massachusetts, not like the roast beef from the deli at the supermarket. So, it's the real deal. He grew up in the North Shore, and he wants to give us a tour of his childhood favorites and the foods that shaped him and his life, which we're really excited about. Also joining us on this journey is Joe Fournier of A&C Grocery in South Portland, Maine. We felt his salty demeanor would provide an excellent fodder throughout the trip. We are excited to subject him to endless ridicule. What about today, Joe? Is today the worst day of your life?
Good point.
90 miles south of Portland, we arrive at our first stop, the Pomodori's, or we indulge in Massachusetts-style roast beef, chicken cutlet subs, and an ocean of fresca.
So we're gonna do 4 junior 3-ways, chicken finger sub, and order of rings. And also, I'll take a fresca, please.
Yeah, 2 frescas, 2 waters.
I don't need water. I just need a fresca.
Cheers, guys. Cheers, fresca times, yeah. So the first stop on our tour of Newburyport, or the North Shore, with Logan and Joe, is Pomodori. We're kind of like this is sort of an autobiographical tour, of your eating life.
My calling in life, I've decided, was to show Maine what roast beef is. And this is just a good first stop. I mean, there's over 200 of these spots in the North Shore. And this is like a 30-mile radius we're talking about. Like, I call this the beef belt. Now, we're at the tip of the beef belt. You get down into like Danvers, Peabody, that's like you're in like the grimy beef belt. Yeah, this is a good spot though, man. They do beef right. They have a food truck too, just like me. Their food truck's obnoxiously large. It's like really cool though. They took me in.
This is Beefy Boys?
Beefy Boys.
Yeah.
And it's like, it makes my truck look like a clown car.
I didn't know about North Shore beef until I met Logan.
So there's a Facebook page, North Shore Beefs. It's got 29,000 members. Andy Ferg, I'll shout you out just because you started it. But there's acronyms. So like, when
there's
you
a
rate
code.
beef,
There's a code to the whole thing.
Sauce to meat ratio, fresh grilled bun. Like, there's a whole code.
The way like people from North Shore know the code, I'm like, you're speaking another language right now. I gave him shit about his beef when we first started, collaborating together a little bit. And I was like, this is stupid. This is so dumb. And it was just me being a ignorant bumpkin from Maine, not understanding how the civilized folks down here in Massachusetts.
I don't know about that.
My sort of idea of a Massachusetts roast beef sandwich is like on an onion roll, for sure.
Super.
This much beef, cheese, mayo, and what I perceive to be like Frank's, but apparently the sauce
James
is...
River. But even like what you said, so a North Shore beef, you remember on an onion roll. So that's always a super. Cheese has to be on the bottom. If cheese isn't on the bottom, they're already f***ing up. Cheese on the bottom, super, and junior, and a large. Those are the 3 sizes. For some reason, there's no... A large is a medium, a super is a large.
My gosh, we're gonna die.
Let's stop one.
Yeah, we're
Do you
getting excited.
have any Frank's hot sauce?
Pickles, mayo, less.
Okay. There's mayo on it.
Not enough though.
Tastes like a really good McChicken.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, the one thing what we do differently at ours is we griddle the cheese. We torch the cheese. Yeah. And if you don't have it on your face, you're not eating it right.
And then we're going to the park lunch next, is that what you said?
Yeah, park lunch.
Clam time?
Clam time and cheeseburger club time.
Oh.
And sour cream and chive fry time.
Oh, nice.
And Miller High Life.
Okay.
After meal number 1, it's off to park lunch in Newburyport, where Logan's promised us some of the best fried clams we'll ever have. I'm obsessed with places like this, just neighborhood joints, interesting people, consistent food, like what's not to love?
Yeah, we're gonna order the fried Big order fried clams. The large. No, we'll do the large fried clam. We'll do sour cream and chive fries. And, yeah, we'll do a small side, and we'll do a cheeseburger club, please. Medium. Yeah. Thank you.
Cheeseburger club?
It's a thing. Just trust me. You love mayonnaise as much as I do, right? So, this place has been here for, God, probably gotta be 40 years. This was my first job. I was 13, pushing 13 years old. Things were a little lenient back then. When I was a dishwasher here. At the time when I was working here, one of the cooks really hated me. Like, really hated me. I couldn't do anything right in his eyes, so he used to throw bags of frozen food at me. Got to the point one night I ran away. There's a gas station next door. I ran to the gas station. The gas station attendant hid me, and my mom came to get me. And then the next day, my dad was like, "You better get your ass back in there and apologize to the owner." So Mike, the original owner, shook my hand. He said, "I like you forever. You're always welcome here," because you came back in and apologized. And so I just every time I come home, this is one of the places I always go. Their fried clams are just out of control. Like, the Cheeseburger Club, it's their thing. Actually, it got brought up last night at that Idol show. One of my buddies from home was there, and he's like, "You need to talk about the Cheeseburger Club at Park Lunch." So we got that and sour cream and chive fries, which I've never seen anywhere else except here. Yeah, so this place is great. It's fucking classic. It's never changed, dude. It's been this way since day one. The menu's never changed. It's just fucking amazing.
I felt like home as soon as I walked in.
Yeah, totally.
Joe, I think we should bet the future of your bar on some scratchies right now. Let's just buy a whole bunch and see where that goes.
I'm good. Let's do it.
It is what it is, man. Yeah. This place doesn't change, never should change. So.
This is like maybe the first time I haven't seen one of my friend's dads in here. If I come in, usually there's at least 5 people, and they immediately know who you are.
5 dads.
5 dads. You went to high school with their kids, or it's always townies, always locals.
They're dusting them with, so what is it? It's
Sour cream and chive fries.
I don't know how they're doing it, but they're good.
We're doing it forever here.
Dude, these are
Oh, so good.
everything else is good, but like,
The clams are
amazing. These are maybe the best fried clams I've ever had in my life.
First thing I do when I come home. My mom too. We can't. It's always the fried clams here are just so good.
Like we've been going around eating a bunch and like today, and so I'm past the point of like being hungry like at all. I just sat there I was like I can't stop. I just stuffed my face with those things. I don't even care. They're delicious.
You know what? We all most of us buy our clams from the same place. There's different. There's a dry clam and then there's a wet clam. Meaning, when you buy a gallon of clams, it is either soaked in water because that's how they make their money, or you buy it and it's just in the natural juice. You pay more for it. A lot of places don't want to pay for that. They rather just have it soaked and whatever, and they don't really care. Pretty simple. We put it in evaporated milk, and then our clam fry.
Evaporated milk.
Yeah. And then our clam fry mix, and that's it.
No, this just means the world to me, you doing this for us, because, like, I don't know, just the history of this place, and, like, the history for me, it means so much, because, like, I don't know, I hold this place near and dear to my heart. I couldn't imagine what Newburyport would be without this place. Like, it's just an institution, and like even out of towners, these guys live in Maine. I live in Maine. They've never been here, and they feel like they're at home. Yeah. Like the first thing they said, they walked in, they don't want to leave.
I appreciate that, because that's the whole goal. This place has been around since 1935, and that's all. It's been neighborhood bar. That's what you want.
It's a local. It's great. Yeah. Like I told these guys, like, as soon as I came in, you're gonna have to drag me out of here.
It's the best. It's fucking the best.
And they're like, nope, we're gonna leave you here.
Like, I'm gonna let one of the patrons you offend drag you out of here and beat the shit out of you instead. So
I'll be hiding in the bathroom at the gas station.
Like for beef.
The beef, my favorite, like a super beef, the old beef grill. They got a good one out there.
Yeah.
What's it called now? Pomodoris.
Yeah,
that's where we went.
Yeah,
that's where we just came from.
Yeah. They got a good roast. They got a good roast.
Courtyard. That's why we went there.
All right, Logan, your credibility is established officially. You're good. this point, my stomach is on the threshold of hell. So luckily, the next spot, there is no food. We're just gonna go relax at Thirsty Whale in Newburyport.
Yeah, we take a little break. If you're gonna do this whole progression, you gotta stop at the Thirsty Whale. It's fucking great. I mean, that's what you gotta do, right?
This is what you gotta do. This is the dive in Newburyport. They're known for very strong drinks. This is where all the chefs go. This is where the locals go. All the restaurant workers. It stays open late. It's the latest, the only bar that one of two bars that stays open till last call. Which is stays open till 1. They're open Thanksgiving morning every year at 9 a.m. And everyone comes here. Like everyone and their families come here and drink Bloody Marys, and it's like a tradition. Line down the street, place is packed. And you just come here and then you get really drunk before you eat your Thanksgiving meal.
Insanely full at this point, but also looking forward to pizza stuff.
Yes.
That's the fat kid in me. Still like, I'll eat pizza. I could always eat pizza. Let's have pizza.
Please, I'm tired. I need a nap. I need a power nap.
Every day of Joe's life is worse than the day before it. Therefore, that every day that you see him, that's on the worst day of his life. What about today, Joe? Is today the worst day of your life?
No, it's the same as the day before.
Man, that's messed up.
So I love Joe Riccio, and I don't know why he abuses me so much and so savagely. Like I do nothing but like support him and care about him, and he just
Cuts you down at every chance.
the verbal assault is unwarranted and not deserved. That's my statement. After that, no comment.
Joe's having a nap. So we're at the winner's circle, which is commonly referred to as the loser's circle by the locals. It's just another break. We're actually going to meet Logan's mom here, which is amazing. They have cornhole every Wednesday. It's not a Wednesday, unfortunately. But yeah, this is just another stop on our epic North Shore.
This is my mom. This is Pam.
Hi, I'm Pam.
You were easier. Dad was a lot harder.
Somebody had to play the bad cop.
She's dealt with me for a long time, so I'd say I was like 12 or 13. They used to drop me in the East Village on St. Mark's Street for the day. So they would walk
We
around.
thought he was responsible at the time.
So
Big
I would walk around
responsible.
St. Mark's
Big.
Street. I was probably 13, and I got like my first fake ID. I was like walking around the East Village. I went to CBGB's. I did all this stuff. I was like, 12, 13 years old. So my dad would go haggle with African art dealers because he collected African art. He'd go to all these warehouses and they just dropped me in New York at East Village by myself when I was like 13.
But I was not that irresponsible. I thought you were more responsible. So I really, really made a big mistake.
And you know what? He turned out fine.
Are you sure?
And he's still alive. He did.
I started in Florida in the 70s, so I was doing like pop, whatever was popular, but at my time it was Roberta Flack and shit like that. Well, somebody came in and heard me singing at one of the bars, because I did a lot of bands, and came in and somebody brought me, and the guy flew me up here to an audition. Have you ever heard of Max Mob?
No.
Well, I sang the summer with them. That's how I ended up here. And then I ended up singing on the beach for a while, but I ended up singing more jazz than anything else.
We appreciate you coming down here and being you're coming to hang out like at the drop of a dime.
I'm flattered. I really am. My son came to Newburyport, unbeknownst to me, of course, because I'm
He
the
didn't
best.
tell you?
We kind of
Oh,
we
yeah.
kidnapped him a little bit, but yeah,
You're just being nice.
We didn't
Playing
kidnap
good
him.
guy.
a little bit.
It's
Anyway.
called.
I'm good guy. Somebody has to be good cop, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
you're
true.
the good cop?
I know good cop.
As you
No, you're the good cop.
Yeah.
And
thank
thank you
you,
for having
Joe.
me,
you,
y'all.
Mom.
Thank you.
We get 5 edges, please. We are at Christie's, so this is the OG. Christie's and Tripoli's. This is like the steak competition in Philly. This is the same deal. They're right next to each other. Cheetos and Pats. Yeah, Cheetos and Pats. Same difference. Yeah, totally same thing. My family's all about Christy's. This is what I grew up on. But then I learned about Tripoli's too. And I was never told to get Tripoli's until I became in my 20s and realized I could order Tripoli's and not feel ashamed. So we're starting with Christy's. We're gonna do 4 edges. So you can order edges. That's the thing. I'm doing 4 edges.
You put an extra provolone on those.
Always have to do extra provolone. My mom never got them with extra provolone. It was always tomato cookies, and you never got extra provolone until I realized you order extra provolone when I was a teenager, and then now that's just what you do. They're also the only place open Thanksgiving Day, so you also come here after Thanksgiving meal, and you get your fucking you know, it's just what it is. This is the classic beach pizza.
Logan, please. Logan. We have an order for Logan.
13. All
All right, so we just did Christie's, and now we're going to Tripoli to get
Now we're
another.
gonna Tripoli's. And they have cannolis here too, so this is like next level. What's happening, bud? Can I get 4 edges, extra cheese? Edges. So if you don't do edges, you're gonna get just square. You're not gonna get any crust. Yes, we're in Salisbury Beach. So this is it is the Old Orchard in Massachusetts, but the pizza's way better.
Yeah.
Orchard pizza sucks.
Orchard Beach pizza. They have the pier
They have
fries,
the pier
which
fries.
are good. Yeah, in Old Orchard.
This is different.
What I really want to do is compare the fresca from here to Tripoli's, and that will be.
This is Tripoli.
This is triple.
I know, from there to Tripoli, and it's 2 different frescas. Why are you yelling at me?
I mean, this is something I've wanted to do with anyone for like since I moved to Maine. Like it's just Mainers just don't know this aspect of like how close they are to this too. Like this kind of food, they just don't know how close they are to how good this is. And like, I mean, that sounds ridiculous, but it's just divey food and it's just really good. And yeah, it's my childhood, and I'm just really proud to be doing this with you guys. It's just fucking, it's so cool. Like, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
In Salisbury Beach, not to be confused with Salisbury steak. Is this where the steak is from?
I don't think
I
so.
don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
This is actually it is where the steak.
It's where Happy's friends.
It's fighting words to say whether you like Christie's or Tripoli pizza more, so we're gonna try them both.
Oh, that's a good slice.
That's actually good.
Holy shit! Why can't we have this in Portland? I'm
That's so
sorry.
good.
So, Tripoli's does frozen ones. I wanted to do it on my truck in a heater, so we could do that too. Mm-hmm. So for me, Christie's, I think the sauce is better.
Yeah.
It's not as sweet. The crust doesn't do it for me like Tripoli's does. It's good. It's the extra cheese. It's just like I don't know. It's sloppy. It's trashy. It's like
It feels like a scene out of The Sopranos,
Actually-
like a boardwalk.
oh, totally.
I like the Tripoli better.
I'm waiting for Big Pussy to come around.
He's right there. I gotta say that the Tripoli,
They could get.
Of course.
I enjoy more.
All right.
I said all edges. That is an edge. Okay, I was gonna be like, you didn't give me all edges, guy.
So they look the same. About this crust feels crunchier already.
It's crunchier crust.
Oh, it's way crunchier. The sauce isn't as sweet as Christie's.
No, Christy's sauce is way. I mean, this is way sweeter, Christy. You don't think so?
No.
I feel like Tripoli's sauce is way
After
sweeter.
say.
No way.
I prefer Tripoli.
I prefer Tripoli, except for the fact
It's
that
so satisfying and like, I mean, I get it's the crunch. I need crunchy. I get my crust always well done on a pizza anyway.
Yeah, of course. It feels like you're on the beach.
I
though.
like the
it
sweeter
has
sauce.
a beach feel
Yeah.
about it. You eat it, and it's like, for me, it just maybe not for you guys because you didn't grow up here, but for me, when I eat a slice of this pizza, it like makes me feel like I'm on the beach. Like it's weird. It gives this weird beach vibe to me.
Well, if only we were close to a beach right now.
I know. If only.
With the Christie's, I had no desire to finish the crust.
Yes, that's what I mean though. The
I
crust
Tripoli,
is-
I hate the regular part.
I'm
This crust,
loving
yeah.
the Tripoli.
What do you think?
love Tripoli. I like Tripoli.
Tripoli?
Tripoli, hands down.
Well, this is perfect because like after a day of eating like roast beef, fried clams, the sweetness in this with the crunchy and the hot, like it's just like what you want.
It's easy, dude. You can eat this shit. That's why I eat it after Thanksgiving meal. You come here, you eat a big
Yeah,
Thanksgiving
this is
meal.
good.
You digest for a couple hours, and then
And
you
you
come
have
here.
a big fucking slab of pizza.
You get fucking super high, and then you go eat a slab of pizza, and it's like they're open all year. They're open every day, every holiday. They're open Christmas. They're open fucking every day, both of them. They're open till 9 o'clock on weekdays. They're open till midnight.
Pairs well with Bogle Merlot.
Yeah, dude. It's local more or less.
great.
Exactly. It's beach pizza.
You're my alibi.
We're the only places that do it is on Salisbury Beach, and Hampton Beach has Christie's.
Oh my.
Seabrook Beach has
Delicious, dude.
Tripoli's, but it's just the best, man. It's just not. There's nothing like it. It's they're the only
it's
ones
really
who do it.
fucking Good, dude.
Tripoli pizza is the best slice of pizza. I wish Tripoli was in Portland, Maine. So Tripoli, open up a place in Portland, Maine, because, and I stand by this message, Otto's sucks.
Okay, I'm going on with my cowboy boots in the sand just for you.
Oh, fucking
Yeah.
A.
I don't want
hate
to,
beaches.
but okay.
Oh my
God
God,
damn it.
you're such a
So it seems fitting that we would end our North Shore tour on Salisbury Beach, right? I mean, I only take you to the nicest places.
Of course,
Or you take
dude.
me
It's
to
the
us
best.
to the nicest places.
It's like the poor man's old orchard.
We did.
It's the poor man.
I mean-
Man's Old Orchard.
We started out. We had beef. We had chicken tender subs. We had onion rings.
Clamped.
Then we had clams.
Chicken-
And then
oh,
we had a
cheeseburger
cheeseburger club. And then we had sour cream and onion chips, or no, fries.
Yeah.
And now we're finishing. We had just our pizza comparison. Joe is preemptively having a cannoli, which we got from Tripoli. We do, thanks.
The better of the
This
two,
has
you
been
said.
awesome.
Yeah,
Man. Like, this is like, I feel like this has been like a Logan childhood
It has been.
experience.
It has been.
Like, I feel enriched.
I love the fact that we saw the whole like
You ate all the food
Upbringing.
I ate, dude.
Yeah.
That's it.
of Logan, who I adore.
Thank you.
So now we're gonna finish this up the right way with some cannolis from Tripoli, right? We're
Yeah,
gonna-
100%.
I think cannolis on the beach. Just a couple
Cannolis
of
on the
guys.
beach, dude.
Just a
Couple of guys just
dudes
eating cannolis on the
hanging out,
beach.
eating cannolis on the beach.
It's the best. Joe's already almost through it. It's okay.
Yeah, it doesn't
How is
matter.
it, Joe? How is
Joe, how's the cannoli? You want to give us your report?
Chin
Chin
Oh,
chin.
right. I'm in love with Tripoli.
Those are good.
it? Oh yeah. That's fucking awesome.
It's been a pleasure joining Logan on this nostalgia trip, and no better way to end it than three degenerates on a beach eating cannolis, watching the sunset.